Hey folks, welcome to this week's video at the Plank Mills homestead. This week I'm setting a power pole for electrical service, and that's going to go right about there somewhere. So that's going to run overhead out there beside the driveway. So I got to take some more dirt away from this bank here, and then I got to dig a hole, set the post in concrete, and then set the meter base on that and all that. So exciting stuff. We're finally getting electrical run out. So right over here is where we're going to park the camper. So that's why I'm wanting a power pole here. That's going to be just kind of temporary power until we can get it set up over to the house, which we plan to build hopefully this winter sometime. Today I've just got some dirt work to do to get ready for the electrical. Let's get at it. Alright, so we've got this bank cut back and kind of sloped up real nice. Obviously it still needs some work, but I think that's good enough for now. So now I can go get the auger and drill the hole for the post. Well, I have hit rock, and I'm probably only about 3 foot down. And I need to be 5 feet down. Alright guys, I need to call it a night, but I've got this pretty much graded out the way I want it. I think I need to add a little bit more dirt, and might want to transit it, make sure it's good and level for the camper. I think I'm going to have to bring a jackhammer back tomorrow in order to get that hole deep enough for the pole. It's got to be 5 foot. See you tomorrow. Alright, it's another day. We're hard at it, trying to get this electrical pole hole dug. Bit of a tongue twister. Oh, I've been hammering away with the jackhammer, and finally got through I think most of the hardest rock, and I'm hoping now I can drill the rest of it with the auger if it's just soft limestone. But so I'm making progress slowly but surely, so let's see what we can do. Well, there's still a little bit of hard stone over there that's, I think, hindering it, but anyway, I'm not sure. Well, might need to do some more jackhammering. Well, I got that main rock out. Seems like it's limestone or something like that, but it's just harder than everything else. So I'm going to try doing some drilling out of the center where that drill bit goes, and hopefully that'll help it get down further. Well, some of that stone is just still too hard, I think, for the auger. Alright guys, check it out. I got the post in the ground. Now I just got to brace it level and then put in the concrete. Looks pretty plumb to me. I've got the post set and braced how I want it, so now it's time for concrete. Alright folks, got it done. Woo. My back is feeling it and it's starting to get dark, but we got the pole set. And I'm calling it a day. All they required is for it to be concrete to be flush with ground level. So got it braced up. Hopefully it'll cure overnight. I used about 15 or 16 bags of concrete, I think 60-pound bags. Got the day off work tomorrow, so I'll be back to do some dirt work hopefully tomorrow and get the camper pad ready, get the camper pad graded, and hopefully spread gravel on it. So alright guys, it's another day. They were calling for rain today, but sun's shining and we got mostly blue skies, so I'm really thankful for that. And look what we have here. The power post is in. Got the concrete done pretty late last night, and now I'm ready to get my meter base set up and get this thing all hooked up and ready for inspection. Here's my meter box. Got all my supplies here. Got the main wire and the ground wire. Alright guys, so I'm trying to get this figured out here, and I think I've got everything pretty much figured out. Got this mounted to the top. It's my conduit. It's going to go in there, and then the center of the meter has to be at 5.5 feet. So I marked that from the concrete, and then I figured out where the bottom of the box is to the center of this, and I mounted a block there so I can just set the box on that. I don't have to hold it and try to screw it at the same time. I just got to center it left to right. 4.5, 4.25. So let's set it a little bit. Got the screw started. Whew. All right. Okay. Well, that's. Okay, so I just discovered how that comes apart. Would have been nice to know that earlier, but oh well. Maybe I ought to check it top and bottom, make sure it's consistent. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. Alright. Make a little hole right there. Mark the hole. Screw. Good and tightly mounted. Check to see if it's still centered. good. I need one more screw. Alright, just gonna double check the height box here. That's perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna mount my 30 amp RV plug. Just gonna go underneath there, something like that. So I gotta punch out the right size hole through that. See, that is about 1 3/16 inch, 1/4 inch. One more size. Finally got that out. Man, that came out kind of hard. Maybe I did it wrong. Now it's time to mount the 30 amp plug. When there, figure out the best position. Put on our washer there. And our cap. Make sure the box is in the center. There we go. Okay, now I gotta prepare this outlet box. Got 2 plugs to put in there, and then this will mount to the bottom of the 30 amp box. Well folks, this is about as far as I got right now. I basically just have the boxes mounted for now. I'm waiting for my brother to come here and help me wire everything up. While I was waiting on that, I got the camper pad pretty much graded out. I added a bunch of dirt and it's looking pretty fantastic, I think. So I'm going to check it with the transit one more time just to kind of make sure everything's pretty good and level, but I think it's really close. And then I'm going to spread that underlayment stuff down and put gravel over it. Alright, so I went around and checked it with the transit. We're a little bit high here in the middle, but I think that's good because it'll allow water to run off either way. So I think I'm just going to spread kind of where the camper is going to sit for right now, and then one back there I'd like to eventually put down like some concrete pavers or something to make a nice little patio there. So got the geotextile fabric. We're going to spread it out. Alright guys, so I got the fabric spread out, laid out, ready to spread gravel on it. But my neighbor Daniel, he's got a little dump truck here and he's hauling away some of my dirt from digging out the basement. He's taking a bunch of that dirt over to his place just down the road, and he's going to be using it to fill in a spot behind his shop. So he's coming in and out. So I got to go quick dump some gravel while he's away dumping load. So alright, well, most of the dirt's gone, or a good chunk of it anyway. And I've got the gravel spread. Check it out. Still needs a little bit of fine tuning to kind of smooth it out the way I want it. So that's the good news. The bad news is I didn't get this done. You probably can't really tell, maybe you can, but I'm very dusty driving that gravel around and dirt and stuff. It's just super dusty out here. And you can kind of see just exactly how dusty everything got here. So anyway, hopefully we'll get this done. Probably not tomorrow, maybe next week sometime. I can have my brother Tim come out and help me wire that up because he knows how to do electrical. And then we can get it inspected. Once it passes inspection, I go pay the hookup fee. They'll come connect the power and we will have power. So that's a super exciting big step here at the homestead property. But I think that's going to be it for this week, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you find this content inspiring. I hope it inspires somebody to get out, buy some land, and build a house, because it's lots of fun and it's a lot of work, but it is very rewarding. And for my wife and I, we wanted to go purchasing raw land and developing it ourselves because that was going to be a lot cheaper than buying a house outright. So anyways, until next week, thanks for watching.